are we gonna do about Zion? Huh? I need him gone. ASAP.
We broke our fucking agreement. No innocent bloodshed. End him now.
I'll tell him that you're gonna make a delivery for us, pop him and get out. He goes by the name Zion.
Diana's supposed to kill Zion.
Zion's racking up enemies. Zion tried to kill Noma today. Yeah.
We could use that to get back in with Noma.
I'll set up the meet.
Bet. Yeah, here's Zion's giving you some fucking trouble. He's hiding out right now, but we got the drop on his location. Can take care of that for you.
Kill Zion by the end of the day, and we'll have a deal.
Motherfucker. I fucking told you to handle it, not fucking Tariq St. Patrick. You say, get the fuck off me, bitch! Fuck you! Boy, please stop!
Somebody help!
Welcome back, Top Notch Gang, to another video. Dog, I don't even know where to start. Everything you guys said you wanted in those first 5 episodes, it felt like they threw it all within season 4 episode 6 of Power Book 2 Ghost, and I'm gonna go ahead and break it all down for you guys. We're talking about the deaths that happened within this episodes, that being Zion and Kamal Tate, with Kamal Tate finding out about how Carter's task force is dirty, confronting him, everything that went down with that situation. Then on the flip side, the Zion shit, how Diana was supposed to get the kill, she called on Tariq, how that blew back on her. Her and her baby are in danger, they're gonna be in the hospital within the next episode. Also the fact that True in jail took out one threat to Carter's organization, and there's going to be another one with Roman, one of Zion's corner boys. He's prepared to snitch on Carter's organization as well. So once again, we're going to go ahead and break it all down. As usual, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and let's get right into it. So let's start off with the death of Zion and Diana and her baby getting put in the hospital, her possibly losing it. So we saw within this episode, Zion, he spent the block on Noma. He wanted to take her out for that shit that happened with Kane. Kane basically beat him up, took over. So he tried to take them out, ended up killing a government official, and we found out the truth. Remember when Kamal Tate confronted Don Carter and told him that Roman was ready to snitch? We're going to talk about that more when we get to Drew later on in this video, but he told him Roman was ready to snitch and flip on Zion, but Don Carter wasn't going for it.
Zion Washington. He's been supplying product to multiple organizations. I squeezed it out of Roman when I questioned him after the column.
My gut tells me that we should put our focus on the Tejadas and Tariq St. Patrick.
And we was right. We predicted that he was working with Zion. He wanted him to stay in place. And we saw that within this episode where Carter confronted him about killing this government official and decided that Zion has to go. So now Noma wants him dead, Carter wants him dead. And he tasks one of his workers to go get the job done. And she puts it off on Diana, tells Diana to do it. Diana obviously doesn't want to do this, goes back to Tariq. Tariq, seeing all these problems with Zion, decides that this is a chance for him and Brayden to get right back in Noma's good graces, as the description of this episode said. And we also saw the preview of him and Noma meeting up, him telling her he's gonna take out Zion for her, and all's good with him. And that's what ends up happening. They hit up Zion, tell him they want to meet, get more product, give him money. He's on game. He opens the door and starts beating the shit out of Brayden and Tariq, like 1v2ing them, throws Brayden through a wall. He's choking Tariq to death. Brayden finally gets his bitch ass back up, starts choking him, and Tariq comes, starts stabbing him with the glass. They get the upper hand and get the job done. But only one problem. Zion was hiding out at a safe house for the police, so they had cameras there. So the girl cop who tasked Diana with it got the video footage of Brayden and Tariq getting the kill. Now we're going to talk about that later in other videos, how that could come back on them. But for now, she decided to go and confront Diana, asking her, why did Tariq do it? What did she tell him? Everything like that. And Diana basically says, fuck off. If you want to be called a bitch, you could do that, but not me. And they get into a fight and she starts beating the shit out of Diana. kicking the fuck out her in her stomach, and as we know she is pregnant, Diana tried to tell her to stop. It didn't work out like that, and she left her lying there. She was supposed to meet up with Tariq, and Tariq finds her slumped in the alley at the end of the episode. And once again, the episode 7 preview does show her in the hospital with her baby. I guess now we know this is the black and white scene of Tariq in the hospital. We know it's not Tasha at this point, but one thing's for certain, two things for sure: if Tariq gets nothing done for the rest of the season, this cop bitch gotta go. I ain't gonna lie, she was already blowing it this whole episode anytime she talked, but he definitely gotta pop her, like, for sure. This was some fucked up shit. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I felt so bad. I don't really feel bad for people in TV shows. I felt so bad for Diana in this scene. This bitch gotta go. But that's how Zion got taken out, and that's how Diana ended up in the hospital. We gotta see how that boils over into the rest of the season. Next up, let's lock out the death of Kamal Tate, because we all saw this coming, even though it didn't happen the way I predicted. Within this episode, Carter pressed the Tejadas about where they stole the product from in the last episode, and obviously they wasn't gonna say it was Noma. Monet told Carter that it was the Russians, and he decided to make his task force raid them. And she told him the Russians not gonna do this fuckery, oh, we tell you this information, you let us go shit. They're gonna start shooting back. So they get in a shootout with Carter and his task force. Obviously they're playing dirty. Kamal Tate is there. He watches one of the guys surrender, put down the weapon and money, and he sees one of Carter's members shoot him in cold blood and take a bag of money. He needed more proof and evidence than this. Early in this episode, they took Drew to jail. We're gonna get into that in the next section, but he realized that it was the same guy who put Drew in jail, and one of the people who was on the mission with Drew and Monet in the last episode, Zay, he survived the gunshots by Carter and the rest of his task force, so they needed Drew to eliminate and take him out. Kamal put 2 and 2 together and realized that's why they put Drew in jail, and told Carter, confronted him, saying that his task member is dirty, that they need to go arrest him. And Carter finally just comes clean and tells him, hey, ever since my wife died, I decided this is the way to actually get shit done, to actually feel like we're making a change, and tried to get Kamal Tate on his side to see his way, to see the light. But Kamal Tate like, nah bro, I'm not going for it, this shit not right, you and him need to be brought down. And we know what Carter does. He takes out his gun and shoot him at point blank range. Once again, we all kind of predicted it, but with this happening to Kamal Tate, we all saw the trailers, the previews that Rashad Tate was coming back, and now with this new episode 7 trailer, we see him there. Carter saying he's gonna do everything he can to bring down Kamal's killer. I think he's possibly gonna frame it on somebody. We saw a new exclusive clip of Carter shooting a gun and placing it in a dead body's hand. I think he's gonna place the gun he used to kill Kamal Tate on someone else, act like they wrapped up the case, and try to get Rashad Tate out of his hair. Now, I don't know if Rashad Tate's gonna believe this was Kamal's actual killer, or if he's gonna start working with Tariq again to say Carter is bad news, he has to go. Because if anybody can smell bullshit, it's Rashad Tate. I think that's the route he's gonna take, but Carter is gonna try to frame someone for this kill to try to get Councilman Tate out the picture, and I just think it won't work. If or when Monet and Tariq take down Carter, Councilman Tate will probably be a big help in them doing that, or in them getting away with it in the long run. I think it makes the most sense, or really wouldn't be no need to bring his character back, in my opinion. So I think this storyline is far from over, and I think we can expect more than one appearance from him, hopefully, I would say. Last up, well, not last thing, but last major storyline, we're gonna get into a few details of everything else and the other characters that had moments within this episode, but we're here to talk about Drew. Now, to quickly run through him killing Zay, because I mentioned it in the other sections, but basically they arrested Drew and put him in jail because the guy they shot while they were still in the product in the mid-season finale survived, and they had to make sure he didn't say shit. So of course, using Drew, they put him in jail. He got the job done. Now, the more important part is Roman was there as well. We talked about him in the other section, and Drew overheard that he was gonna snitch to the feds about Carter's organization to get out of jail. Now, once again, I said I got my prediction on True wrong. I thought the episode 7 description that talks about him taking out a threat to Carter's organization was him killing Kamal Tate, but now that that's already done and True already killed Say, that leaves Roman. We saw him call the white cop nigga, I'm never gonna remember his name, so don't even comment it, I'm never gonna say his name, but we saw him call him and let him know that they had another problem on his hands, but True wanted to negotiate. He said he wants to become a lieutenant. He wants way more power. I told you guys this and I predicted it. I said one of the synopsises for True talked about him forming an unlikely alliance to gain all the power he ever wanted within his family. And I said this was going to be Don Carter. Maybe it's this cop, but it's some sort of attachment to this police force basically. So where he's going to be able to do whatever he wants, going to be untouchable basically. So him taking out Roman gives him this power and control, and I think he's going to start working with them. I think he's gonna kind of replace Zion in a way. If Zion didn't kill the fucking white nigga, he would have been good. They would have let him do whatever as long as they were working together. And I think True is gonna take up that mantle. He wants power and control, and he's gonna get it once he takes out Roman. So the episode 7 description definitely is referencing this, and we already saw True fight Roman within this episode. He used that to get put in the infirmary so he could get the first kill, and in episode 7 he's gonna get his second one. We're gonna have to wait and see how that continues to play out once he's out of jail and what Carter and the organization has him doing going forward, because we know a final showdown between Kane and True is gonna take place before the end of the season, so they're gonna have to speed this up. But it is interesting that I was right on this prediction about his alliance being with Carter, and we're gonna have to wait and continue to see how it plays out going forward. Could have made another section talking about the other characters. I guess I'll just do it here. Effie kind of got caught in the midst of the shootout with the Russians. I guess I'll make it its own section with all the other characters. She got caught up in a shootout. She was a bit traumatized, almost got shot and killed twice. Kane went and checked on her. She also was pissed off about the fact that Tariq got Diana pregnant, basically telling them they can't raise no fucking kid. This ain't no fairy tale. She was mad as fuck about that. We also got Anya Covington, Noma's daughter, back in the picture. Her and Tariq slept together again, and she also finally started opening up to Tariq about her father, his dad, even though Tariq already knew about that, but specifically about her mom being from Nigeria and visiting her brother. I think that's gonna come back up or into play later on with Tariq taking out Noma, possibly Kane, someone, but that should come back around. I don't think they told us that for no reason. Also, Kane and Noma are starting to have some trouble. She's not really trusting him. He's fucking a lot of shit up. He also lied and said it was Zion who took their shipment, even though he know it was his family. That's probably gonna come back to bite him later down the line, so pay close attention to that. Brayden, his dumb ass, still doing fucking coke. He was tripping out at the party, but at least he got the job done with our nigga Tariq. We gotta keep our eye on him, both eyes, cause bro out here tripping. But that's pretty much it for all the other characters. They had lesser storylines, but it's things that we gotta take note of. Overall, that's it for this video. You guys can leave your thoughts and opinions on everything down below. I think this is gonna be one that all you guys enjoy. This kind of what everyone's been waiting for. Y'all talking about y'all wanted more action, felt like actually had impact, a lot more shit going on, and it definitely gave it to us within this episode. It set up so much for the last 4, and I don't know, this episode is just crazy. I almost felt like too much happened. Like, it was so fast paced too. I don't know, it's crazy. But like I said, with Zion out the way, we got Brayden and Tariq working back with Noma. We gotta see how long that lasts this time. Carter, it looks like he's gonna strengthen his control over Monet, and now Tariq, with Tariq and Brayden being on cam killing Zion, they're gonna be able to use that against them for sure. Also, gotta check on our girl Diana in the hospital with this pregnancy. At least we finally know who Tariq is at the hospital with, because a lot of people have thought that this could be Tasha, who will be playing a part in the next episode. We're gonna talk about that in tomorrow's video. As usual, you guys can leave a like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what other videos you want to see, but I'm out.